Hello, good morning.
Hey Jason.
Yep.
I guess for now it's even more morning.
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, see, everyone is coming in. Jeffrey is there.
Oh, nice. Okay, we have a lot of players.
Yeah.
Wait, Lau, why is the title of the stream Fisu World University Chess Round 8 Team SG?
Wait, what?
The title of the stream.
Okay, I will change it on my side.
Okay,
No,
so,
your first.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I need time to unlock my com.
Okay, so for now, this is still a Fisu World University Chess Round 8. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Also now you're playing.
See, all these players are playing Fisu, man. Yeah, I think I'll play.
Okay. Hello everyone, we are live and today we are here to have our King's Indian Defense Civil Games conducted by, someone just asked me to play in the chat, conducted by IM Jason Goh. Hello Jason, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah,
Okay,
hello.
so
Thanks for joining me. Yeah.
It's 10 a.m. now, so do we start?
Do you want to wait for a while more?
I guess we can. We have a few players who are quite on the fence about joining. We can just, I'm just gonna encourage them to join. Hello guys, we will be starting soon. We will join in now in order to make sure you get to play. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if the title has been fixed.
No, it has not.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm taking my time to fix it.
Mockfully, would you like me to? I would like to know who you are because I have a very bad feeling that might be Paul.
No, isn't Mockfully.
Oh, it's E.
Yeah,
it's
Eng
E.
Yao.
Okay, Eng Yao. Well, Eng Yao, you can wait. There's no stream lag. Because the moment I asked who he is, he immediately responded. Okay. Well, Eng Yao, you can. I will be a professional streamer, and I will focus on streaming today. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we start at 10:05 maybe. Give like another few more minutes for people to join.
It depends on when Jason wants to start it also.
Yeah, actually, Jason.
Yeah, I'm fine. To be frank, I'm not familiar with all these handles, so I'm just accepting whoever is joining. I assume that the Lichess has put in the necessary restrictions. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm fine anytime. Just let me know. Yeah. So maybe before we start, I can just just share a little bit on what what I'll be doing today, if that's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I think, and I don't claim to be an expert on the King's Indian defense, but I think this is one of the openings that is very clear in the sense of what is the motive for white, what is the motive for black, right? I mean, every chess move you play has a meaning, but I think the King's Indian is one of those where it's very clear and what the plan is, and then what each move you are doing is for, right? So today I'll be trying out a few different variations. King's Indian has a lot of ways to play. You have the 4 pawns, you have the bayonet, you have the classical, you have the upper buck system, the semish, and then also more obscure sidelines. So I think there's a lot of different positions that can result from this. And I think in general, when you guys play, then it's just for trying to follow the motif of the King's Indian as black, right? So I think we may go through that during the live stream or whatsoever. Yeah. To be frank, this is my first live stream, so do teach me if anything I'm not doing well. Yeah, but I think it'd be quite a instructional thing, and you guys can also try and guess which is my actual main line, right? Because I don't play all of these variations. I'm just using it for today's stream.
I see. Okay, so I guess we can have each of us will get one guess as to which game. Sorry.
Kelvin and Marvin are very experienced streamers. Don't worry.
All right. That's great.
Yeah, we'll all take one shot at guessing which game he played his mainline in. So I suppose have one game that is playing the mainline so that we can try to guess it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I think we will start in about 1 minute's time. It's 10:04. Well, actually, would you like to introduce yourself a bit more?
Oh, intro. Actually, I
Actually,
think
I haven't connected y'all, right?
yeah.
So I
So
kind of know people for this.
yeah, so I think Yen Han was the one who asked me to join, take part in this, right? So I'm on the ESCO with him. I'm the treasurer and the selections head of the Singapore Chess Federation ESCO. So why am I that? It's because GM Kevin roped us all in. So I'm trying to do my part now. But initially, my playing days was around 20 years ago. I started when I was primary 3. I can say I retired by JC, quite a short window. Yeah, so I think I attained it when I was Sec 3 and been the same ever since. So I don't think I'll ever get my Grandmaster title. Yeah. But I think pretty much that's it. Now I'm just living a common Singaporean's life and just here to have some fun on a Saturday. Yeah.
I see. I like how he said just an IM as if it's not a big deal at all. Okay, so it's 10:06 now. I guess we can begin.
All right, now I'll just click start then.
Ready.
Okay, so we have 7 games in total. So I'm just gonna look into all of them.
How do I scroll next? All right, this is my first time playing Simultaneous, so just bear with me as I figure how this thing works.
I think it's quite interesting. I just hope that everyone actually plays the King's Indian defense.
Why am I black?
Yeah. And yeah, you did not play the King's Indian defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna force myself.
Yeah, I should have fixed the position, but
Yeah. Hey, Yao, I know you're watching the stream. If you're playing the King's Indian defense, what's this?
Can I say something? I've never played this.
Yeah.
I've never played a King's Indian defense before.
I'm sure you've played against the King's Indian defense before.
That one I think is a given. You know what?
Hey, just type. Wait, what is the King's Indian defense? Okay, the King's Indian defense is basically knight f6, g6, bishop g7, castle d6, or d6 castle. Just play those moves.
okay. So far, I think we've had 2 deviations already from what I've seen. Yeah, so
knight f6 and d6. That is, I have. And yeah, there's some guy who's trying to play the Nimso defense, the Nimso Indian.
Go away. That's that's Yongyu from SP. Yeah, I'll try my best to survive past like 10 moves.
Actually, how do you plan to proceed with the 2 deviations?
I mean, just let them play lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we do have 4 identical games right now. I guess it's from Jason's side, it's a bit difficult to deviate as white this early to the game. The first 3 moves are all quite standard. And Yao is trying to salvage this by playing a Gunfield.
Okay, so where do I? So what's the theory now? I forgot everything after E4.
I mean, I guess nothing wrong with me telling Lau what is the theory, right?
yeah.
At least for a few more moves.
I try to remember my games in J, right? I remember all the answers they throw at me when I'm playing white.
Yeah, so I think the first five moves kind of not really negotiable, which is after d6 you castle. So
Yeah.
usually like when white plays e4, you want to put in a d6 to prevent the e5 push.
Yeah.
I mean white can still go for the e5 push, but that wouldn't be very desirable. And then after you castle, you want to set up a break in either c5 or e5, depending on your preference. So that will usually require a temporary gambit of a pawn, or you have to reroute your knight a bit to achieve that. But that's about all I know. I do not have any more experience playing this position. Usually this is very good for ultra bullet because you can just pre-move your first 5-6 moves.
And you're equally inexperienced. Wait, is Marvin still in the call? He says,
Yes. I got a question for Jason. How does it feel playing Simal against like all these players, like all these people here?
I mean, I've done it over the board before. But I think playing on the computer on this Lichess is a bit more complicated because you have to go to the screen, select, and then move. So I think it might end up resulting in sometimes losing track of which game is what.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you think 25 minutes is enough? Like sometimes you could like accidentally forget that this board is on and then you lose my time. You think it's enough?
Yeah, so we have to see, I guess. Yeah, it may not be enough, but I'll do my best.
okay, commentators here have one job, distract him as much as possible.
We should ask him to explain some of his mainline theories. Then we can also
Yeah, so
like
okay, so I think basically I have a few different positions so far. One is my main line, right? One of them is my main line. Then there's also, among these we have the upper back variation, which I'm playing against I think Lieutenant 2 Adnan.
that's me.
Oh, that's you, Yahan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so e5 is the trap in this position. So I will show you why now. The whole point of bishop g5 is basically I don't want to allow the typical King's Indian e5 break, right? So this is why. Yeah, with 95 I attack c7 as well, so I gain a pawn. Yeah, so typically in the upper back, how black will face it is probably knight a6 and c5. The break comes from c5 instead. Yeah, then maybe a more Benoni-like position might occur from there. Yeah, so the whole point of bishop g5 is basically I want to prevent e5. Yeah. So that is one of the more common variations, the upper back.
Oh wait, doesn't this just lose a piece for black?
I mean, I can resign now. No, but for the sake of
Not
content,
really. Not really. I see it now. Okay. I think in one of the other positions we have a same-ish with an f3. So I recently learned that if you are playing f3, that means that you can actually challenge black in the king side. So the game plan is to pawn storm g4 h4 on black's king. But that's also everything I know about the same-ish.
I mean that isn't wrong. So as I spoke earlier about motifs, right? So what is when you face the King's Indian, what is the general known motif, right? I mean, I guess you guys may have a general understanding of what that is, right? Basically, white focuses on the queen side, black focuses on the king side, right? So for the same-ish, what the same-ish tries to do is it tries to distract black in a sense that, okay, black's plan is to king side, but I solidify f3 to solidify my center, and then I delay it as well by playing knight g2, bishop e3, for example. And then I might even pass castle queen side, right? So then black's plan, what does black do? If you're a King's Indian player, you're typically used to playing on the king side, but now you're having to do things that may involve the queen side, right? So it is not something that is very easy to face, I would say, as a black player. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, Fischer actually faced this a few times in his career and didn't have a good score against this, which is why he stopped playing the King's Indian against the same issue. Right.
Well, I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that King's Indian at its highest level has already been solved by the engine. I'm not sure how true that is, but yeah, I mean, it's a game that is going to become very violent. It can be quite violent. Like, one player is going to either win or get destroyed.
Yep.
Okay, so I think against Nathan, was a knight fd7, e5, and d5. Now Nathan plays a5. So that's very interesting. As mentioned just now, usually the black wants to go for a king side attack, but right now Nathan just lashed out with a5, which yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how he will respond to this as white, because normally you're trying to attack on the queen side, but now black is causing trouble on the queen side. Yeah, I think that Jason just played b3. So yeah, what do you do if suddenly black decides to attack you on the queen side then?
Oh, they're very happy. They'll be very happy. Black does not have the necessary resources to actually attack on the queen side. I think it's more of he's just trying to I mean, I can't speak for Nathan, but I believe it's more like trying to stall the queen side progress so that he has enough time to build up his attack on the king side. But I mean, that's my guess.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a lot. Sorry?
I think I can just resign.
Oh, it was pawn. It was just one pawn, yeah.
Yeah, the famous pawn line is just a pawn.
Yeah, he does a queen and of this stream of Leon.
AR just said that he doesn't know d4 theory other than Stanislav. He's trying to salvage this position by playing g6, bishop g7. The moment you play d5, I think it's no longer a King's Indian. Become a Grunfeld. Actually, I think that's the main difference, right? A very exotic Grunfeld. Okay. Okay, so I see. So you're already beginning to lash out. As you mentioned just now, black is not equipped to attack you on the queen side. So I guess you're just meeting fire with fire right now. And yeah, once you take back the pawn, the backward square. This is a interesting solution.
Yeah,
So I mean, sorry.
Yeah, no, I think the game against Clorox, right? So I think that's Nathan, is it? So yeah, I think the key thing is, another thing is as I play with my old player, right? The key thing is in the King's Indian, when you face the classical setup, black's bishop on c8 is the key piece, right? So white's intent is always to exchange it. So that's why I play bishop g4 here to pin it, right? So I think as black, you try not to allow that. So typically, sometimes before f4, they play h5, or maybe they play the knight back to f6 to unblock this. So bishop g4, and then I'll put, if he chases me, I'll put it on e6 and then leave it there, trying to exchange off his c8 bishop, because that's the key piece for black in the King's Indian classical.
I see. So perhaps f4 was a bit too premature in this case.
Yeah, probably back knight f6 would have been a good idea.
Yeah. Although like if I ever play the King's Indian, I never get the f4 push. People always trade the pawn away. So
Even take on f5, huh?
yeah, people always take out f5. Don't allow me to get f4 like this.
I see.
So but yeah, now you can trade off the bishop as you just mentioned. And I think well, as what it still looks scary because there's a pawn on f4 and g4 and h5 seems unstoppable. So yeah, we're quite interesting to see how you deal with this aggression from black. So is there any other game that you think it's worth discussing more? I think the game against the same-ish game against Dual Insanity.
Sorry, duos. This is not the same issue, right? Sorry. Yeah. I think this one, okay.
Oh wait, that's not same-ish, right? Okay.
Sorry.
That's not
Yeah, but I think a lot of these variations are like similar to the semish, right? They intend to lock up the king side before black can do anything. So what happens is a lot of times black gets, at least in my games, okay, black gets faked out and okay, they think white is trying to attack them, so they try and defensive up, But actually, the whole point of white, of course, if black allows it, then there's an attack coming up. But the whole point of white doing all this kind of setup, f3, g4, whatsoever, right? It's not so much to attack the king. It's more to, I want to lock up the king side. Black has no plans, then I slowly make my move on the queen side, right? Because that's where I have my advantage. Actually, it's all a diminished direction, to be frank. Yeah, this is what my trainer taught me previously, and I abided by. Yeah, the whole point is not to try and kill black's king, right? It's just to lock up everything and then proceed from there.
Okay, so the bishops have been traded in this game. Lau is struggling, both on time and in the position. So I mean, I see that like the d5 push for white is quite thematic in the King's Indian. This one thing quite curious is to when does white push d5? Is it always when the knight comes to c6, or is there like another reason?
Okay, I mean, if it's knight c6, then typically you push d5, yes. Yeah, because obviously you don't want to put your queen on d4 with potential exposure. But I think also the d5, if knight c6 you get d5, you get a tempo. So that helps in building up the queenside attack. Yeah. Otherwise, you can leave it on d4. There are people who just leave it there and then hope that black takes d4, knight takes d4, and then you play like sort of a Maroxy setup. Yeah. But there's no hard and fast rule. Knight c6 maybe yes, to get the tempi, and also because of the trend d4. But otherwise, there's no real hard and fast rule against when to play d5.
Right, and when I first started playing the King's Indian, I remember I always play knight c6 without playing e5 first. So once d5 comes in, I have to put my knight back.
All right. I see. That is a waste of 1-2 tempi probably.
Yeah. So it wasn't very ideal. Okay.
Starting to lose track of what game is what time and all that.
I think you're somehow up on time in like almost all the games except for one. Yeah. You're up on time in most of your games.
Correct.
That's actually quite impressive.
I give myself 15 more minutes. So
That's true. Still up on time, let's put it.
that's good.
Right. So in the semi-final, I think that's against Jeffrey. Who just won a pawn. So I'm quite curious as to how that happened. I think yeah, he played c6 and queen a5. I'm not sure if that is the main idea for black in this position. Like knight on a6, c6, king a5. Is that a normal thing that can happen in a King's Indian in the same ish?
Yeah, it's possible. I think in black's normal break is e5, but otherwise you try go knight a6 and c5, or if you need to, you play c6. Not as common, but yeah, with the intent maybe you want to play b5 somehow later on. Yeah, but I think the reason he lost the pawn was queen a5, where he allowed me the tempi on knight b3 lah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there wasn't much you could do in that position.
Yeah, maybe something else like queen e7 would have been more natural, I think. But yeah, in this setup, white is a kind of like Maroczy setup. White has the space advantage, so black will just have to try and prepare the d5 brick somehow.
And now the d pawn is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so against Leighton, I think he just played g4. It looked like for white to play, because there's just like 2 pawns and potentially more storming down. So yeah, I was quite interested to see, oh, f3. Right, because after, if there's a trade, then the attack is basically stopped.
Yeah, so this position, right, will show why the black bishop is key than the CA bishop, because typically black will try and play g3, then white goes h3, right?
Yeah.
That's where the bishop on c8 comes in handy, because the sack on h3 is the key, the thematic key. Black will try and get his pieces like queen to h4 somehow, and then sack on h3. That's usually how it goes, right? But now, obviously, with the bishop, there's no sack. So I play h3, I am rather safe. Right.
But if the knight somehow jumps to g5 and then sacks on h3,
possible, it will take quite a while.
Right, there's like
So,
at least 1, 2, 3 moves to prepare that.
Yep. So in the meantime, I can probably kind of defend against that.
Let's see. I mean, he should also sack the queen for h3.
I would love that. I would love that. No, I don't think he will, but yeah.
All right, so I think this game is actually quite classic. Like, you get to see the both ideas of from the King's Indian for white and black. Except that black does not have the large scale bishop, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I think all the games are facing today, that's the one that's the closest to the classical version. You're right. Yeah, Yan didn't give me a chance to show anything. So.
Oh, Yan.
Sorry lah.
Okay.
I know nothing about King's Indian.
Yeah, it's okay. You allowed me to show the typical Alpha strip, so that helps.
My defense is 4 AM in the morning here. Yeah, no excuse.
To be fair, at your area, it also has the best chess atmosphere, you know. Okay. The knight e8 idea. Yeah, that is a very familiar move. Put the knight to e8 in order to play f5. It's hard for me to follow also because I'm trying to figure out which game he's looking at. c6 to attack the queen, chase it off the diagonal, and lock in the structure. Wow, this Simon Keys guy is playing instantly. He still has 10 minutes on the clock. She has been playing instantly. Yeah, I think that against Simon Keys also looking like quite a very classical king.
Yeah. Yep. This is the 92 variation. So we might be able to, if I survive on time, we might be able to see a typical kingside attack.
Yeah, that'll be very nice. Yeah, on my end, I have to go and look through every single tab to see which one has the green icon. Oh yes, the knight c4. So the knight is on c3 and c4, preparing b5. No, not b5, but bishop a3 and then b5. Or is it a4 first?
By which game, by the way?
Simon Keys. I think that's the one
okay.
that's existing right now.
Yeah, a4, b5, bishop a3. Yeah, that's the typical plan.
But you kind of have to play bishop a3 before you can play b5, right?
Yep. So whether I play b4 before that, whether I play a4 before that, yeah, whether it's necessary. So let's go bishop a3 since it's your recommendation.
Yeah,
No, I think it's a common sense move. Not common sense, like it's a make sense move. Right. Do you want to support c5 and all? Oh, yeah, don't try to do funny stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to survive here, man. Come on.
That's what Paul would say. I'm going to cause trouble. Okay, so I think most of the players are down to their last 2 minutes. I think for a few players, it should be more time than that. You need to drink some water.
In the Simon Keys game, I can see that Jason is actually the one running out of time on sleep. 3 minutes on the clock.
Yep. It's pretty fast.
Yeah, but this is also a game that's the most exciting because both white and black are just ignoring each other's attack on the king and believing that their attack is stronger.
And they're just developing as a piece.
Yeah, but I think this is just a piece that's a pawn that's being won by white, and I think yeah, this is kind of nasty. Because after the queen moves, I think
yes,
well,
continue. Yeah.
I can't guess because you can't play d7. So you have to try and continue to support the push. Knight d5. Oh, that doesn't lose the pawn. Oh, it doesn't. Wait. Okay, bishop d6, knight f6, rook f6. Oh, I forgot the knight was defending the pawn. Forgot there was a knight on c4. Oh wow. Inter just played f5.
Where's my game against? Oh, he's really playing very fast.
Yeah, he's playing instant.
Yeah. Yep. So the sack did come on h3, but yeah. So without the bishop supporting, so I can just cover this way. This
Oh
is the
my God,
game
he played-
against Koroks.
Yeah, Nathan. He legit played the idea of knight h5, knight h7, knight g5, knight h3.
But as you can see, because he didn't have the support. So otherwise, it's the thematic sacrifice. The idea is there, but yeah, don't have the support of the bishop or his other
Hey.
pieces.
Hey Lau, you should let's take a look at Nathan's game. He has your bishop. The bishop is straight up locked in on one side.
I will respond to that. I have a sleep here. Come on. So, like when it comes to the King's Indian defense, if you encounter a bishop on g7, it seems to be quite useless in the middle game. How do you like make the bishop not be useless? Because everything is on dark square, right?
Yeah. Surprisingly, that is probably the weakness of the King's Indian, that bishop. So you don't want to go into the middle end game with that. I think black top typically, because the King's Indian typically is more of a locked up structure rather than saying open up, which is more suitable for the bishops. I mean, I don't have experience with it as black to say like what can we do. But I think normally that's why we don't try to exchange this bishop compared to a lot of other openings where you try and do bishop e3, queen e2, exchange on h6, that kind of ideas. Yeah, so I think the key bishop is more of the one on c8, the light square one. Yeah.
Probably shouldn't remind this, but you have 10 seconds in the assignment keys game.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he just played as well.
He's really playing damn fast.
He played instantly, yeah.
All right, I'll just focus on this game for
Yeah, you probably should say that. This game is probably one of the most interesting games right now. So I don't really want this game to end. So the thematic sacrifice is coming. Yep. Okay. So we get to see a legitimate bishop takes h3 sacrifice, and then how black should continue with it. So I think queen d7 is not the move, right? Because you said that the queen should be on h4.
No, queen d7 is a good move in this situation. Yeah. I probably made a mistake there, taking up on h3 straight away.
I see.
Yeah, because if king g2, then I h4 check. So I can't protect it, right? So I have to do it this way. Yeah, but now his attack comes through. And I guess you get to see why it's such a strong opening. Strong attack, yeah.
Yeah, you have about, you also have less than 1 minute in the bowling game. So
I think you should go to other games, man.
Oh, it's all right. I think that one's not a King's Indian, so I'm okay. It's already part of the. Let's see how whether I can survive this one.
Then just to update, you have against the King's Indian games, you have about at least 3.5 minutes in all of that.
All right.
So this is quite scary. Okay, so that is not checkmate. That's very important. Anyways, look at that. We have 3 queens here. That is amazingly still not checkmate.
That is check.
I think that's a repetition, right? Is it not? Oh no, it's not. You can play queen h2 afterwards. Okay, the bowling game has ended.
All right.
Yeah, the game against Eng Yang, you have about 1 minute plus if you are still if you want to manage that.
Sorry, which one?
The game against Eng Yang, but it was not a King's Indian game. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so up to you if you want to focus on that game.
As long
But
as
yeah, okay. I'll let you know that if Simon moves.
all right. Thank
This is
you.
this is one of the exceptions that I should step in and say, oh yeah, he does play his king.
Oh, where's the game? Okay.
Oh, it's very interesting. Jeff is the one that is down to his last 10 seconds. Okay, I see. Oh, oh, that's a free piece. Yeah, okay. I think this game is gonna be over soon.
We should check. We should C4 check.
I think you should focus on other games, man.
All right.
They're all very
This one looks quite straightforward.
Yeah, Lau, he can't really focus on other games because he has like less than 20 seconds against this guy who plays big party. So
Yeah,
yes,
Yan,
for
you're not helping me as well, Yan, by staying alive.
now.
should I just resign here?
No, I'm just kidding. Just play, just play.
You have like 10 seconds left on Simon's key game. Less than that
Alright.
now.
Okay.
Oh yes, that was checkmate. I didn't even see that.
I thought
Yeah.
checkmate is. I was gonna say queen to h3, but that way.
Right. Yeah, now it's a tough situation because he's got to go down to less than 1 minute against Colorox mushroom as well. So it's gonna be a very difficult situation.
I'm not even knowing where the moves are happening now.
Yeah.
Rocks, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know if as I usually plays because I think you need an immediate response.
Yeah, I just lost my pawn against Yan Han. Oh, dear.
It's just a pawn.
Yeah, it's your turn for the.
Oh, okay. He's down to 30 seconds against Colorox and 10 seconds against Simon. This is exciting for me to watch. Oh, look at that, another queen. Okay, Simon plays.
Yeah.
In about 6 seconds left.
All right. I think no, I made a mistake. Yep, I just lost. Wrong move. It should. Oh, okay.
Okay, we can talk about this after the game. I'm not sure if he thought that was checkmate.
Yeah, I think he made a mistake. Yeah, Queen H3 would have won. I shifted Queen G2 instead.
Yeah, we can just discuss the games afterwards. Oh, you're down to the last 2 seconds against Colorox mushroom. Never mind. Yeah, that is lost.
Oh, okay. Oh well.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Okay, there's a lot of things going on. Well, I mean, you're just up 3 pieces here against Simon
Yeah,
and against Gold Insanity.
yeah, black.
The table is equal, but Black's king is kind of not
Simon
really-
resigned in the game.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Honestly, Simon was quite close to winning. Queen h3, then the game's over.
So there was a mistake. It should be queen g2, I think.
Unluckily,
Oh,
he
no.
did see the check.
I think he thought it was checkmate, and then he played queen h2.
Or you could have mouse slip. It happens sometimes.
I see.
Yeah. Ian Hunt's game is a bit tricky now.
It's amazing how you can survive to this point.
By swindling.
Oh, Nathan's game ended.
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think you're down to your last minute against a lot of players. Last 30 seconds. Yeah. I think this is a nightmare to play. Like 4
You need to give
games,
yourself that time.
3 games.
Yeah.
3 games now under 30 seconds, man.
Yeah.
Almost.
The last few seconds against Jeff. Okay. And last 10 seconds against Lonnie. Oh no, the dual insanity game.
Do sanity game.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it looks like 25 minutes is not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably need to be more generous.
I already almost 1 hour or something.
It's alright, I think we can still learn a lot from these games, especially after we go through them later on. Okay, I think there's only like 2 games going on. So last 10 seconds against Lau, last 26 seconds against Jeff. So against Jeff, I think you have a pass pawn that is going to promote eventually. And against Lau was quite unclear. He's still surviving.
I think that's my life. I survive on swindles.
Yeah, you're trying to stick my rook on c1.
Maybe he doesn't see, maybe just
The knight is so annoying.
just a knight. Okay, I
Yeah,
think
just
against
like-
Jeff, he can win immediately. Yeah, okay, that's key. Oh, wait, it's not so clear. Oh, okay. Oh, against Lau, okay, yeah.
Time out.
Oh my god.
Now, how does it feel? Was it the most stressful 25 minutes of your life?
I'm sure that this is a typical way of win games through like swindles and flagging.
You hung in well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see Jeff is there. Okay, so I think that concludes all the games that we played. Oh, Eugene wants to join the stream. Now, what's the protocol for other people to join the stream?
Maybe you can just let them know.
Okay, sure.
Wait, but is Jason okay? Or let him join directly.
Sorry.
Hello, Jason.
Yep.
I think for me, I'm okay. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm completely clueless to this kind of thing, so I leave it to you guys.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm okay.
yeah, we have. I think one of the players wants to join the stream.
Actually, my game I thought you could play Bishop A6 at one point.
Yeah, no, you just rule it. You're talking about the skewer, right?
No, my game. You know.
Yeah, as in, you're referring to the skewer. Which position is actually? Maybe we can go through this later.
Yeah.
Hey, Eugene is here.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, hi.
So, Jason, is there a particular game that you want to jump in first?
I think probably the one that Simon keys, right? Because that's the one that went the furthest, and I think that's the, in terms of classical, that is the line that most King's Indian players may face.
Let's just put Masters database here. Let's see what's going on. So I think this is the ultra main line.
Yeah.
25. They still have like hundreds of grandmaster games, master player games played here. I think this is just both black and white setting up the King's Indian structure and preparing the attack. I'm quite curious to know like where did black start to collapse?
I think
Not yet, right?
Yeah, I think somehow he allowed me to build up the position too early. So as you can see now, right, I'm already way ahead of him in the attack, right? Because white is always trying c5 before c5, and I got that in like move 10, right? So I think what Nathan played at one point was a5. That I kind of idea to stall white by 2 or 3 moves is quite common. Yeah.
Right, but in this case, like I don't really see how black can stop c5, b5, before c5. You know.
Yeah. So I think probably as well he could have played a5 himself. Before I allowed c5. Before I got in c5, or even c5 after c5 a5 to try and break it up. Yeah. So, I mean, at this point in time, I'm just winning a pawn already.
I see. Right, yeah. But I guess like what I've seen in the database also, the main response is d takes c5. So at least, although you're giving white the space, but you're not really losing any material.
Yep. Then after that, I'll probably try and play d6 or something to break up. At the end of the day, I'm always trying to exchange that bishop.
So I think at this point, it was pretty comfortably winning for you already.
Yeah.
But you also did mention that you did mess up somewhere else. So supposed to quite interesting to know like how did that happen?
Yeah, because I think when he started attacking on the king side, I just played some aimless moves for a few rounds. Yeah. Trying to get out of the time trouble. So I think knight c7, there's not much point in knight c7, right? For example. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know, d6 or something. At the end of the day, or bishop b2, trying to come back to the e5 pawn. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, again, the idea is to change the bishop on c8. So what can I do to get that? Yeah. Or even simplify the position, knight e7 check, for example. Give back the pawn, but I simplify it, then go in knight d6 after that. I still have the space advantage.
I see. So yeah, I mean, it did look quite scary for you, especially at this point.
Yep.
But you were unfazed, yeah. You just didn't need to do anything.
Yep.
Oh right, you give the rook back.
I'm just barely hanging on here.
Yeah, it's almost a perpetual, but you have free h2.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, here bishop c4 check would be better, I think, instead of rook to f6. Yeah.
Because you get.
Yeah, so wherever he moves, I get the next move with check. So maybe king e7, bishop takes f6, king g7, same. Then I can take the knight on h4 after that. Yeah, and then also I open up his bishop on d6. So yeah, for f6 was not the correct move.
Even at this point, I still thought you were completely winning.
Yeah, actually looks like I should take on f3 instead. I probably have no other move but take on f3. Because yeah, because if I play queen g2, there's also queen h4 check. Yeah, so I have to take on f3, I think.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, this is where he either mouse slip or thought this was checkmate. And
Yeah.
I didn't even see it over the board. I was like, oh, it's just fine. He's defending everything. Then turns out there's queen h3. Okay, then I think from now on there's nothing much to discuss here already, right?
Yeah, it's just winning.
Wait, Jason,
see.
can I ask? Just now at like move 38, you said that you mouse slip to queen f4. What were you trying to move instead of
No,
that?
not mouse slip. As in, keep the queen h2. I was thinking maybe it could be a mouse slip. Yeah, for me, queen f4 was just to defend against the h4 check, I think, and then like try to get out of the situation. Yeah, by missed h3 check is available. Yeah, so I think in this case there's no other option but to take my f3.
Yeah, because you can't really give any checks, right?
Yeah.
Wow. What if? Oh, this doesn't work, right? That doesn't.
Yeah, my queen is hanging as well. So.
Oh yeah. Didn't see that. Okay. I guess the next game that we should look at is the Clorox Mushroom game.
Yep.
So started off with I mean the setup is very similar to the previous game, right? Like this is transposed into the same setup.
Yeah. I guess d7, knight d7 is not as common. Yeah. But I mean still playable, but just not as common.
Because usually like you want to prepare d5, right? So I thought like d7 was a very natural move to protect, to take control of the e5 square.
Yeah. I think the idea is that the knight on d7 doesn't offer as much flexibility. Like I go c5, right? Then that's the only thing that's different. Otherwise, I'm kind of clashing with the other knight, right? I can't have two knights on f6, right? Then where do my knights go, for example? So if I go knight e8, then how do I attack after that? f5, then which knight goes f6? Then I think that's why there's a bit of a clash. And then you put your knight on c5, that's the optimal square, but then white always has an easy way to chase it off. I just b3, a3, b4, which is what happened. So I think that's probably why it's not as common, because of the flexibility of the knight.
I see. Well, in this case, you did get the queenside attack that you wanted, I suppose.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, f4 probably not the best idea. Knight f6 probably would be better. First keep tension in the center, and then move your other knight to f6 to give your c5 knight a runaway square as well. And then also attack e4, right? So
right.
I'll probably play f3 if he had done that. Then maybe f4, because my bishop now can't go g4.
Right. So the f3 pawn is actually like you have to concede that you're not going to be able to trade off the bishops.
Yeah. If I need to protect e4, I have to play f3 sometimes.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so I think that's not what you wanted here.
Yep.
And completely unfazed by this attack.
Yep. So I mean, this is white's game, I think, because in the sense like I'm just going to play queen e3, knight e2, knight c4, and then after that probably b6 when the time is right, or rook a6. Yeah, black has nothing. If he ever is able to somehow get his pieces to do this sack properly, I'll just play queen f1, and there's nothing. Yeah.
Right. Then from here on, it was just, you were eventually gonna make a new queen. Yeah, but unfortunately, you ran out of time here.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's I think we have 3 more games to go through. I think which one would you like to go through first?
I think we can go through this one. Yeah,
Okay.
this one is to install.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this between in this corner.
So I think the main difference is that this there's not the f3 yet.
Yeah.
So this is a sideline, the semi-everbug system.
Yep. Yeah, so here I'm already I got a Swiss advantage. I have what I want in the sense that I have the queen side plans, and then I've stopped his king side plans as well. So it's an open field for me, in the sense.
So it's very interesting that black didn't go for the F5 push, which is what I thought is specifically essential in the King's Indian, right?
Yeah, so I mean I can't say why he didn't do it, but a lot of the reasons why when I face this variation is black is kind of afraid that white. There is that, because you play F5, G take F5, and then open up the king. So I guess black is typically not used to facing and king side attack in the King's Indian, so they don't try and do it.
Yeah, don't mind if I say something. Yeah, so actually for me in this position, I didn't know how to play the King's Indian. So actually when you started to attack from the king side, I tried to play more defensively and try to move everything to the king side. Yeah, so like what I said, I didn't dare to move my knight away from F6 and push F4. Yeah.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, that's typical. Yeah. I mean, the thing the defense was good.
It still looked very scary.
Yeah.
Whatever that was happening here.
Probably knight g4 was a mistake. Probably bishop g4 would have been better to exchange again. Change that bishop.
I think eventually, Eugene did sack on c3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting sacrifice. Yeah.
I actually miscalculated because I thought you would take with the rook. Yeah.
Oh,
then
okay.
I can come in. Yeah.
It was interesting sacrifice, but I think once I have, I think queen c7 is a blunder actually. Now that I look at it, yeah, you could have played bishop e4 check here.
I guess I think also running low on time also, so I didn't see.
Yeah. I mean, rook c3 is an interesting move, I think. It's quite. In a lot of Sicilian variations, you have this rook c3, sack, then take on e4, and black has compensation. So I think this is something along those lines as well. Yeah, unfortunately couldn't play longer.
Yeah, I actually wanted to trade off one of the bishop to try to relieve the pressure, but I could not find a way to do that.
Yeah, I think it's fine to keep your positions actually, because like you say, there is potential attack and whatever. So in this position, I think keeping the pieces was an okay decision.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the bishop a4 is really nasty because you have to come with a king, so you have to block.
Yeah, and then just take on c7. It's a free queen. Yep.
All right, then you must block this way.
Yeah, so queen c7 is a blunder, as you can see. Stockfish.
Okay, I guess we look at Jeff's game and then followed by Lau's game. So this is the same-ish.
Yep.
And this is the card when you castle queen side.
Yep. I mean, there are lines where that happens, but I don't think it's a very common thing. I would say I don't play the same-ish now. So just basing on the generic teams.
Yeah, I think black lost a pawn and tried to attack. But nothing really came good from the attack, and black has all of his last rank.
Yeah.
So I think after that, you were just comfortably winning the game. You just needed to convert it. Right? Yep. Yeah, this is the end game where you were just up a pawn with a pass pawn.
Yeah. It's mostly smooth, I would say, which is probably why Fischer hates the same-ish. Because he's a very attacking player, right? Tactical. I think the same-ish is more of a positional in nature. So kind of like King Indian setup with knight f3, g3, bishop g2, where you go for positional play and you don't really let black have his kingside attack. So I think it's around the kind of similar nature as well.
All right. At least we know that same-ish isn't your main line, so that will not be my guess later.
I shouldn't have reviewed that.
Okay, so the game against Lau, I think is the one that was a bit scuffed from the start. So
I
this
mean,
was,
it wasn't really King's Indian from here onwards.
now you can take solace in the fact that 6 master level players have fallen into this line before. And yeah,
That's what I wanted to see.
well, actually, I had no idea what happened in this game because after the opening debacle, I was like, okay, this game is over. So I didn't really like pay too much attention to this game. But somehow the game continued and was actually quite meaningful. So with both players, I could share what happened.
I mean,
I think I still good.
Yeah.
And I think Jason improved.
I think he just basically played logical chess, right? Like he's a pawn down, but right, it's not like it's a completely lost position. So he just plays what he can. It's worse, obviously, but just plays natural developing moves and then see where he can get his break. And I think before here was a bit too ambitious. I was thinking that when I was playing it, but probably knight f2 castle and then just slowly develop. You know, black won't really have much. b4 just allows weaken squares, so it allows stuff. Of course, it's aggressive move lah, and if I play right, it should be okay. But probably in this position, just play safe, knight f2 castle and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, here actually, oh no, yeah, one more move. Yeah, here I thought bishop a6.
After g5 is it? a3 then g5. Yeah.
Oh yeah, a3 bishop a6. I think.
Yeah, I can play that. It's a good move. I'll just take over the c file then.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I'll be forced to play like bishop. Like after bishop a6, I'll be forced to play like bishop e6 to stop your rook coming in. Then probably I'll still go for like f5. I have nothing better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's definitely a move that can be played. Here, maybe even bishop b5 is fine as well.
Yeah.
Just to harass your knights.
Yeah, because my knights have no good squares.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then this is where it became tricky.
Yep. I was kind of playing without a real plan at this point in time. So that I didn't completely miss out that you can attack my e4.
Yeah.
And then after that, this is where you have your chances already.
Yeah, I mean now my position is like free.
Yep.
Does that actually work?
Yeah, I saw this, but rook e8, then take e3 and take b7. Yeah.
Oh.
I see. Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think changing a knight was a good idea, but
still very hard to play both sides.
yeah, it should be a draw. This should be a draw. King takes f4 probably not the best idea because I open up my king. Yeah, but anyway.
No, okay. Yeah, is this a draw?
No, I lost some time.
I should know, but
win
like
a road.
recently, like,
Yeah,
it's drawish. It's drawish. Because for one, it's opposite color bishops. For then there's little pawns left. Yeah. So it's definitely drawish.
okay. Lau, is there anything else on the program?
No, not really. Yeah.
Okay. Then so Jason, is there any yeah, we need to do our guessing of the main line. Okay. So I guess I'll start first. What line is this? Okay, this is not the main line. We know that. Okay, I will say that does this seem to be the I'm taking I'm taking this game. Bishop e2, knight f3 as my guess. Then I guess Marvin and Lau can go ahead and guess as well.
I think I'll take Everbuck.
You'll take what? Oh,
Everbuck.
Which game is that?
The one against me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Marvin, would you like to take a shot?
I think it was the game against Nathan. I just felt that Jason was like very aggressive, and because of how aggressive he was at like the end game-ish, I just felt that the game against Nathan was like he was the most comfortable with, honestly.
Okay, so it's
Okay,
two
so-
guesses for this game.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, no, it's the one against Duo Insanity. But when I was younger, I did play the classical mainline, so that's why I have some experience in it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I switched lines to this around sec 1, 2.
So this is your prep, actually.
Yep.
Before.
Yes.
So at which point were you like out of prep?
I won't say. I mean, I think this is all still prep. H5 is also normal. Yeah. Then I have to. Yeah, I would say probably move 15 onwards, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, why is B4 a blunder? Stockfish says B4 is a blunder.
Unless he's thinking take on E4 and then F5. No, doesn't make sense.
He says that G5 was this.
Okay. No clue.
Oh, yeah, no clue also. B5 looks so natural. Because now this that is very bad. Okay. Well, yeah. So that concludes our King's Indian defense. Any parting words from anyone here before we end the stream?
Yeah, hey, thank you so much, Jason, for taking your time out.
Yeah, thanks, Jason.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, I hope this was of some use to you guys. Particularly because a lot of the variations didn't go. You guys don't know the variations, right? So it kind of like didn't go the main lines for a lot of the times. So hopefully you guys still manage to get something out of this. Yeah, I think the main lesson from all the King's Indian and in general every opening lah. But I think King's Indian maybe one that's easier to digest is that every move has a meaning, right? Your openings, etc. What you play it for. Even your first move, D4, E4, what are you playing it for? They all have meanings. So when you guys play, every move needs to have a meaning, needs to have a plan, right? It's not just playing the move just because it looks nice or whatever, right? That I guess chess is quite deep. I'm nowhere near a very high level to say that I understand chess very well, but there's meaning behind what you play. So probably just hopefully this helps to understand, and then hopefully this will help you in your chess going forward.
Yeah, for sure. I also learned quite a lot in so many different ideas of King's Indian. I thought I knew a bit, but it turns out I didn't. I guess I have one question from the chat. How to play against the same-ish as black? You have any insights to share on this question? Because I know you don't really play the King's Indian.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the common line against the same age is black tries to prepare b5 because once you go knight g2, right, then you're blocking b5. So it's a bit different, like the positions they do. So what they normally do is a6, knight c6, rook b8. Yeah. So for example, I think knight g2, then a6, for example, bishop e3, right? Then knight c6, queen d2, rook b8, and then white typically plays rook c1. Obviously, then if b5 takes, knight takes b5, right? Yeah. So this is kind of the start. No, not knight c1. Sorry, rook c1. Yeah. Yeah. So this is typically how it starts lah. Yeah.
So black is trying to expand on the queen side instead of on the king side.
Yeah. In this situation.
Only and mostly because of this pawn being played here.
Yeah. Because white is delaying. So there's no point in expanding on the king side when white has not committed to casting king side. And his structure is still solid. Sometimes they might even just leave the king in the center because that is how solid the structure is. Yeah. So then in that case, then black has to try something different.
I see. Okay. Then I think that's it for our program today. Thank you, Lau. Thank you, Jason, for setting this up. Thank you, Marvin, for joining me.
Thank you.
And thank you all for playing the games.
I got one
Especially
more
the ones
question.
Sure.
Jason, if we do this again, do you have like any feedback, like maybe extension of time or something?
Yeah, I mean, I set a time. I was the one who set a time limit, so maybe I will probably put a higher time limit in the future. Especially since there's only 7 players now. I guess if you have 15 or 20, which was initially predicted, then I'll probably need even more time.
1 hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, or maybe. Yeah, but otherwise, I think the event was pretty smooth. Maybe also we could find a way to fix the starting positions, and maybe just share some generic, because I think I chose the King's Indian, but I guess no one else plays it. So maybe we could find something that would be more beneficial for everyone as well, like more common. Yeah, maybe I can. Maybe that's where we can change things up next time if we do this again.
Yeah, that sounds good. But actually, I also play King's Indian, so I feel like I also learned a bit from this setup. Because I usually play King's Indian Black, so now that I know King's Indian White, I think I can try a few new openings. Hey, thank you, Jason.
All right, that's great.
Yeah, I hope that the next time we do this, it'll be over the board, so we can have a physical venue and all that.
Yep, that sounds great.
Yeah, okay. So if not, well, we conclude the stream today. Thank you for joining us this week. We'll hope to see you again next time. Okay, goodbye.